Hi guys, it's Mr. E, and some of you guys are probably wondering, what is a Bifrost key? I found one, I see other people finding them. How do I use a Bifrost key? What is it for? So, once you get to Hell mode, and this might be something that is only for Season 17, keep this in mind. Things change as seasons go, and it's Season 17 in this video, so who knows if Bifrost Key is going to be a thing next season, or the season after, or yada yada yada. But anyways, they drop, they look like an angelic, they normally make an angelic sound, and it'll pop up in the chat, and it'll say that you found a Bifrost Key. When that happens, you pick it up, and there you go, you have it. So what is it used for? If you go to the teleporter and you have Act 7 unlocked after you've beaten Satan, you go to the Astral Encampment, and then once you're in that Astral Encampment, you can go over here and there's this little pedestal right here. This is like an activation, so if you walk over with the key and you click on it, it will actually open up a pathway to head north. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. I'll show you guys that if I use the Bifrost key and I click F on this, there it goes. It went in, and now the key to get to the next zone is there. This is a one and done. So once you've used it, you can't actually keep doing it over and over. It's going to take a Bifrost key every time to go back in. So this is where you would start it, in Astral Encampment. Let's go ahead and move forward. I don't think you need wings for this. Let's just hope you don't need flight. Let's hope you already have flight anyways. You're in hell mode to be able to do this, right? Yeah, okay. Let's go. Alright, we're in the Bifrost, and we just continue north. Once we're in here, you'll see Heimdall. So, Heimdall will give you two options. This is the only two options you get per Bifrost key. And when that happens, you basically choose one. Once you've chosen your path, you go over here and you stand on this and you click F and it'll teleport you to either that location, or if you're really unlucky, there's a 10% chance it'll send you to the redacted zone. And the redacted zone is literally just an open space with a teleport for you to leave. It's like saying, sorry, it failed, basically. So hopefully you don't end up getting redacted, but you know, it is a chance, and it happens quite often actually. So let's see what Heimdall has for us. I'll go ahead and click it. So you speak to him. He gave me two options. Do I want a Chaos Tower or I want a Ruby Garden? There is quite a few options in here, and these happen to be two of the choices. If I choose this, it's going to send me to a monster level 1000 Uber zone. It's not super hard, but it is monster level 1000, so there's a good chance that I'll get killed if I'm not ready for monster level 1000. Chaos Tower will just take you to the open Chaos Tower where you already, have probably ran some of them, so it'll just send you to an open one. And I'll show you that right now. Let's go ahead and go to Chaos Tower. I'm in hardcore right now, and I am not ready for monster level 1000. This would have been nice, but I definitely can't choose this. So let's see what happens if I click this. Let's see if it sends us to the Chaos Tower. Alright, we chose it. This is now glowing. Go up here and click F to use. Alright, well there you go. We're now inside the Chaos Tower, and we can run the Chaos Tower. Was it worth a Bifrost key? Probably not, but that's the chances. You have a chance to get something really good, or a chance to not get something good, or a chance to get something good and then it literally forces you to have redacted instead. You never know. But let's go ahead and run the Bifrost key a couple more times, because I do have a couple more to use. And I'll show you guys a couple more options that you might get. Alright, so we used another Bifrost key, and we're going to see what the options are this time. As you can see, it's exactly the same. Alright, let's click on him. Alright, so two new ones that we didn't see on the other one. Rift of Fortune and Challenge Dungeon. What is a challenge dungeon? If you don't already know, that's basically just going into a dungeon that has been altered to be harder. So when you go into the dungeon using a key that you might have found in Hell mode, there'll be an NPC standing beside that dungeon that offers you the challenge version, and you can choose to pay 2 keys for the price of one, and then pay an extra 50k to be able to go in and make it a challenge run. It also has a timer on it, just like a wormhole would, so it's technically a challenge. What is Rift of Fortune? If you haven't found one of these before, basically it is when you take an unstable rift, you have a chance to be sent to a zone that has a lot of chests, and in the chests it usually gives a lot of rubies, some gold, and maybe some runes and stuff. So it's basically just a rift that adds some fortune to you. It's usually not worth the price of a Bifrost key, but if you end up getting this as your only option, it's still not the worst because it's not, redacted. So let's go ahead and click on this because I don't want to do a challenge rift. I'm fine with not doing one of those. Let's go ahead and do a Rift of Fortune and see what happens. All right, so we actually got into a Rift of Fortune. We did not get redacted. So here you go, Rift of Fortune, Hell 1. Does not matter which difficulty you're on, you'll get the exact same stuff in Rift of Fortune. So let me show you what there is. There's one chest. There's two chests. There's three chests. There's four chests. And there's five, and there's six. So in total, there's 6 chests for you to get. Let's go ahead and open them and see what's inside. Alright, so we got like 3 runes, some gold, and some rubies. Another rune, a bunch of gold, and some rubies. Another rune, a bunch of rubies, and some gold. Bunch of rubies and gold, but no runes. One rune, and, what we already get. And then no runes out of that. There you go. So let's go ahead and roll another key and see what happens, see what we get. Alright, what do you got for me, Heimdall? Show me something new. Okay, so the 2 options he gave now are pretty close to what we've had already, except for this one. This one is an Uber dungeon that has a specific boss called Grimbones in it. It is monster level 1000, and I am not ready for it, so I can't show you guys this. However, if you guys don't know what this is or want to know what it is or what it looks like, I do have a clip of me running through it on my guide video. So go ahead and check out my tutorial video I posted. You guys can see it up on the top right now of the screen. Feel free to click on that and go check it out. Should be in that video and highlighted as Grimbones. So let's go ahead and roll another key and see what happens, see what we get. Alright, Heimdall, what you got for us? Alright, so here's the 2 options this time. We got a new one. It's called Mists of Chaos. What is Mists of Chaos? Basically, it sends you to a new map that you probably never been to. It kind of looks like the layout of maybe something they designed as a wormhole, but then decided to just put it in here instead. And it's a map that has mobs on it, so you need to clear the mobs. So whichever hell mode you are in, it will put that probably monster level in there. So since I'm in hell 1, it'll probably be monster level 125. I'm not sure though, we'll find out in a second. I've only been there once and I can't remember. So we'll find out in a second. Inside is a bunch of chaos shrines. I think it's 4 or 5 of them. So out of these 2 options, if you could survive, Ruby Gardens is probably more worth it. But if you can't survive, then Mists of Chaos is the way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and try this, especially since you guys haven't seen it yet. We'll see if I can show it off real quick. Well, we made it. This is what Mists of Chaos looks like. And let's go ahead and clear it. It's monster level 125. Never know what you might find in here. Looks like I'm getting a lot of drops, but you know, I don't think that's normal. I don't think there's a higher drop rate or anything. It just happens to be they're dropping stuff. Is there any particular drops in here specific to the area? I don't know. This is new, so nobody knows for sure until maybe the wiki gets updated or the devs let us know that there is something specific that can drop in here. I don't know. So let's run around and hit these shrines and see what we can get. So first shrine is right here. Alright, we got a bunch of goblins. Go ahead and kill them real quick. They give a bunch of chests and then, you know, rubies, right? So worth taking them out. They also have a high drop chance as far as satanics and stuff go, so they have a chance to drop more items, so killing them is worth it. Alright, all that out of the way. Go ahead and hit the next one, which is right here. Alright, we got a boss. Took him out real quick. Next one over here. We got a damage buff for 30 minutes. Next shrine right here. Goblins again. Like I said, high drop chance. I got a satanic off of one of them. Alright, and the very last shrine is right here. Goblins again! So was this area worth the Bifrost key? I definitely don't think so. But you don't really get a choice, you know? Sometimes it is what it is. So that's the risk with using a Bifrost key. You could sell it for rubies, or you could get lucky and get something really good. So far, I've gotten nothing worth the key, probably. But I'm going to keep opening a couple more, since I have found some. And we'll see if we can get a newer area completely than the ones we found already. Let's go. Show me something good. Alright, so we got something new. Angelic Realm. What is Angelic Realm? Technically, it's the same thing as finding an angelic key and then going to Dawn's Chapel to use it. This is like saying you get an angelic key as a trade-off. So instead of using it to go somewhere else, you can go to the Angelic Realm, which is like saying I'm trading a Bifrost key for an angelic key. And in my book, it's a win-win. Angelic Realm is actually better, in my opinion, than a Bifrost key. So let's go ahead and use that and see if we get it. Hey, we got it. So we didn't get ripped off. We still haven't actually gotten redacted. So I'm pretty happy about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just upgrade something real quick. I think that's a good option right there. I'm gonna do quality. We're gonna choose this. 96%. 99%. Let's go. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and use another key and see what we can get. Man, how many keys have we used? I don't even know. But we're going again. Heimdall, please, something new. Okay. So Vanaheim. This is actually what most people would be looking for if they get a chance to use a Bifrost key. and I'll explain it before we do it because there's a chance we'll get redacted, and I'm gonna feel real sad if that happens. Anyways, in Vanaheim, basically there's some mobs just like the Mists of Chaos. You want to clear those out. There's a couple chests laying around the map. Those chests are just like Rift of Fortune, and they're basically loot chests, so make sure you get those. And then at the very top, there is actually an NPC, and that NPC will pretty much read your fortune. They'll tell you what your next drop is going to be, and they'll offer you a quest line to get that drop. That drop is always going to be a heroic of some sort, whether it comes off of an Uber boss or a random drop in the game. It is just an awesome, for sure, guaranteed heroic that you will get from the quest line. And that quest line is something that will randomly decide when it's done. Because for me, I've already done the quest line once, and it took me 8 days to complete because it was just based on RNG, whether it wanted to drop then or it wanted to drop now, type of thing. A lot of people have speculated it takes between 50,000 monster kills and 1 million. So maybe if you're lucky, you can get it quickly, and maybe if you're not lucky, you can get it way later, like I did. So let's go ahead and click Vanaheim and hope that it lets us go there. Okay, we are getting lucky, guys. No redacted yet. So monster level 125, let's go ahead and clear it real quick. I'll show you guys the loot chests. There's one right there. 63,000 rubies. Let's go. There's another loot chest right here. 58,000 rubies. And then there's one more right there. 63,000. Alright, we pretty much cleared it. And then up here, Prophet Luna. This is the NPC I was talking about. So if I talk to her, she'll then tell me that I have a specific item that she foresees in the future, and then she'll give me a quest line to get that item. So let's go ahead and click on her and see what we actually get. It looks like she's predicting we're getting Oni Slayers. But what happens, Mr. E, if by chance I exit out of this quest? Well, let me show you. It looks like you're kind of screwed. You're SOL. So make sure you don't accidentally delete this quest because you won't be able to get it back unless you find another Bifrost key, get lucky, and come back to Vanaheim. One more key. Let's see what we got. Come on, Heimdall. Show me the money. What do you got for us? Well, it looks like we didn't get any more options, and I ran out of Bifrost keys. But there are at least one, maybe two more options. One of them being Asgard. Asgard is one that takes you to a unique map full of ore. I think there might be enemies to kill, so you have to kill those enemies. But there's a bunch of ore, and you mine it, and it drops a bunch of different ores out of each one of the veins. So it's not just, oh, look, there's some copper ore, let me mine it, and it's just copper. It will spurt out all different types of ore, so make sure you break all the veins if you can. I don't know if you need a specific mining level to be able to mine everything there, but make sure, just in case, you have mining level 1000 in case that new ore happens to be there. And that's basically it. That's the Asgard area. There is an option to have, I think one of them say Uber dungeon, and I think it'll just send you to one of the Ubers. Besides that, I think Redacted is the only other thing that we didn't get. So I think that that's pretty much it. I think that we got through almost all of them. If there is any more I forgot, I will let you guys know down in the description below. But now you guys know what Bifrost keys are, you know how to use them, and yeah, that's pretty much what you guys can get out of a Bifrost key. Hope this guide helped. If it did, make sure you guys like and subscribe and check out future content. Thank you guys. Catch you in the next video.